Today's lesson is distributive property. We're going to use the distributive property with numerical expressions, so just numbers, and then to use the distributive property with algebraic expressions. That means variables are involved. The key concepts of distributive property are to multiply a sum or difference, so a plus or minus sign, and multiply each number within the parentheses by the outside number. So, if you look, you have A on the outside, and B and C on the inside, and so you would multiply the A times the B and the A times the C. So, for work, I like it if you can make it colorful. So, first on your pencil, what we're going to do is we're going to take numbers, and I know you can multiply 20 times 202, but I would like it where we take what's inside the parentheses, or the bigger number, and we're going to split it up. So the outside number, I don't care if it's in front or in back, the outside number you're going to keep outside and don't change it. Then you're going to take the inside number, or the biggest number, and you're going to split it up, and we're going to find a number that's rounds to the nearest 202. So 200 is a round number, so we're going to do 200. And 200 plus what will get us 202? Well, plus 2. So you have it like this. Now, you can be very colorful. Some people like to be colorful. I like to make arrows. And what I do is I take an arrow from the outside number and I multiply it to the first inside number. So I have 200 times 20, which is 4,000. Then I put the sign that they have. That's a plus sign. And then I pick another color, and I'll do 20 times the second number. So 20 times 2 is 40. And then I put them together. So 4,000 plus 40 is 4,040. And there's your answer. Let's try it a little different. I'm adding an example. What if I had 5? And I had 98. 98 is my bigger number, so I'm going to split it up. I'm going to have 5 on the outside. And again, what's the closest whole number to 98? That would be 100. 100, this time 98 is smaller, so I'm going to put a minus sign. 100 minus 2 will give me 98. And then I'm going to make an arrow, or multiply 5 times 100, which is 500. Then put a minus sign. And then put 5 times 2, which is 10. And then you subtract them. So 5 minus 10 is 490. Let's look at this one. Word problem. At the annual pancake breakfast, 397 people ate 4 pancakes each. How many pancakes were served? Well, I have 397 times 4. Now, some of you like to have the number on the outside in front, so we'll put the 4 over here. You can leave it on the other side. I'll do it both ways so you can see. Let me give myself some space. 4. And then over here, equals, because they're the same thing. I'm going to break up 397. Well, 400 is the easiest. And then it's minus 3 because it's not 400, it's 397. Okay. So the first one is going to be your red one. So we do 4 times 400, and 4 times 400 is 1,600. And if we did it from the other way where we have the number in the back, you would go 4 times 400. So you would bring the number that's in the back, multiply it to the front number, and again that's 1,600. Put your minus signs. And then your purple, so it's 4 times 3, which is 12. 4 times 3, 12. Okay, now 1600 minus 12. So first of all, I would do 1600 minus 10, which would be 1590, and then minus 2, which would be 1588. See, it's the same answer either way. So you could do it either way. I don't have a problem with you doing that. All right, simplify. Okay, on A, I kind of helped you out how I want this written. On A, so I found the number that is used the most in both the multiplications. So 8 is used both times in A. So you put 8 will be what's in the front of your parentheses. And then what you do is you take the two numbers that are not in your parentheses, so like 15 and 5, and you put the sign that they have. So you would say 15 minus 5. And then you go 8 times 15. And 8 times 15 is a number. That's 120. Again, you guys can make this colorful. I'm just going to keep the same number. And then you put your minus sign. And then 8 times 5, which is 40. Now they're both round numbers, so you can do 12 minus 4, which is 8, and then put your 0, and that will be 80. Now B, which ones are similar numbers? Well, 7 is, so that will be on your outside. And the two that are not similar are 21 and 9. What sign is in plus? Remember, keep it in the same order they're in. So 21 goes first and 9 goes second. And then you do your math. 7 times 21. That would be 147. And 7 times 9, which is 63. Then you add them together. 0, 10, 11, 210. Now, on C, you have, I want you to try this on your own, so I want you to put me on pause, try it on your own, and see if, when you're finished, see if you did it right. I'm just going to give you the answer, so just put it on pause, do all your work, and then see what happens. All right, so your answer would be 35 after you do all the work. Check and see if you did the work the same way I did. Okay, now we have what's called algebraic equations that have, expressions. They have variables in it. We're not trying to find out what x equals. We're just multiplying. Remember, this is all about multiplying. So step 1. We'll get back to the colorful stuff. So we're going to take the outside number and we're going to multiply it to the first number. So it's 3 times 2, which is 6, and there's an x involved, so you put an x with it. Second step is 3 times, oh, you forgot the plus sign, I forgot the plus sign. 3 times 5, and it's 15. Now, you have 6x plus 15. They are not the same thing. If they're not the same, because one has an x and one doesn't, you cannot add them together. So here is your answer. Let's try another one. This has a negative on the outside. So negative 5. So negative 5 times positive 4x would be negative 20x. And then you have negative 5 times, oh, I forgot the minus sign again. Negative times 5 times 3 is negative 15. And like we do with sums, if there's two negatives, this is the only time you're going to change it. I want you to turn this into a plus sign and this into a positive. So your answer would be negative 20x plus 15. Again, they're not the same, so you can't put them together. Again, let's try another one. 7 times 2x. Notice I'm putting the 7 to the first one for the variable. So 7 times 2x is 14x plus, and then 7 times 5, which is 35. And they are different. They're not the same, so that is your answer. I'm hoping you're understanding this. You can come see me if you need to, but I think this should be pretty simple. See you later. Bye.